once again to Quick Shot Reviews. I am your host Luke, and you are the Cheap Shot Nation. We're going to have a look at Bloodshot today, a film that was supposed to come out. I think it did just quite beat the furlough pandemic lockdown thing before everyone and everything was closed, and it did get a little bit of a release back in March, but then it got re-released sort of on streaming services and then again towards July. So we went to go and see it. We saw 2 films in a weekend. Check out the review of Blackwater Abyss and save yourself an hour and a half of terrible movie. If you were thinking about going to see that, or maybe you've heard about it, don't go and see it. Same with this one, Bloodshot. Again, a lot of wasted potential, and don't really know who Bloodshot is, so it just got Vin Diesel in it. It's got a bit of action in it. It's a bit comic-y, so I went to go and see it. It's 2020 movie. It's got a 30% Rotten Tomatoes approval rating, which makes it rotten on that website. David S.F. Wilson is your director. Jeff Wadlow, Eric Hessinger, I think that's how you say it, and Bob Layton are your writers. So usually I say, rule of thumb, if there's more than one writer, the film's probably not going to be any good. I don't need to say anymore really. It's based on a comic book of the same name. Follows Ray Garrison, who is a soldier who's been killed in the line of duty. He's been brought back by the RST Corporation, given all this nanotechnology, able to heal himself. Sounds really cool, and for the most part it is pretty cool. And he's able to heal, and thanks to nanotechnology, the company's taking control of his mind, so you get to see the same thing over and over and over again, which is kind of where I lost interest, apart from the person in front of me buying stuff on eBay. Stop it. Yeah, controls the memories in his mind, but he has control of his body. He sets out on an adventurous journey to find out what is real and what is not. So the action's pretty decent. It's got Vin Diesel in it. Pretty reliable guy. Yeah. That's pretty much it. It's got some action in it. It's got some pretty cool scenes in it where he re-heals himself and stuff like that, and he takes out loads of bad guys over and over again. Feel like it was filler. If you can hear that in the background, it is quite warm outside, and the ice cream van has come out. You can hear the little jingly janglies. Like I say, stars Vin Diesel as Ray Garrison, Bloodshot. Eliza Gonzalez, Isa Gonzalez plays KT. She is pretty hot. She's pretty good in this film as well. Sam Huygen plays Jimmy, who is one of the Jimmy Dalton, who is one of the super soldiers. KT is the other super soldier as well. Stars Toby Kebbell as Martin Axe. Yes, Axe, because comic book movies. Axe. And Guy Pearce is Dr. Emil Harting, who is the douchebag of the film. Oh yes, I'm a doctor, I'm going to heal you, I'm going to do all this for you, and then he turns out to be a bit of a knob. So there you go, spoiled that for you, but yeah, there's not much more reason to go and see this film apart from Vin Diesel and some action, and yeah. So the reason he goes off on this adventure, the reason he died, is because someone shot him, but they also shot his wife. So he thinks that's the reason you keep going back and forth. He does eventually go and find his wife. Don't know how. There's no tracking on her or anything like that. And she's played by Tallulah Riley as Gina Garrison. I don't know why she's got top billing in this list on Rotten Tomatoes, because there's other people that played a bigger role, but there you go. He turns up at her door. She says, "I'm married to someone else," and then he bogs off. And then goes and fights some more bad guys. Eventually the other two soldiers are manipulated to track down Bloodshot. Bloodshot wins the day, and there you go. That is Bloodshot. Not worth the screen time, unfortunately. Again, another missed opportunity, but I feel like, you know, it was the last thing. If it's the last thing you saw before lockdown, I'd be really disappointed. I'm glad I saw it afterwards, and I'm glad I've got my card and I didn't pay for it. So I'm going to give this film a Dr. Octopus out of a dangling from a building with one hand, because it's an action movie and you've always got to be dangling from a building 50 stories up with one hand if you're the, you know, protagonist, so to speak. While the antagonist tries to, you know, stomp on your fingers or something like that. The reason I call it a Dr. Octopus is because one of the super soldiers grows extra arms and looks a bit like Dr. Octopus, so he's not done so well, and that film came out in 2004. That is Spider-Man 2. That is a motorbike. Not good. It's got an interesting story that loses its way retelling the same story over and over again, the same old drudge, revenge, revenge, revenge. And we're supposed to like him because he's a soldier and he's American and he's cool. Vin Diesel's cool. I like Vin Diesel movies. If you just want to have a dumb action movie, Vin Diesel's your man, then that's fine. So can I recommend this movie? No, thank goodness it's bogged off from the cinema and been replaced by films like Back to the Future 1, 2 and 3. Obviously they've finally decided what they're going to put on, so they're putting on some old movies which are cool, Goonies, things like that. I like it a lot, but I did not enjoy this film. So there you go, that is Bloodshot. I've been your host Luke, you are the Cheap Shot Nation. Consider subscribing and following us for more movies. We upload every Tuesday on the dot, and we've got plenty of films to go out that take us all the way through into 2021, where hopefully the year will be much better than 2020, which everyone I think wants to forget by this point. So take care of yourselves. If you're still on furlough, good luck to you. Don't forget to go out and enjoy the good weather while you can, because I get the feeling it's going to have a bit of a downturn come September. But there you go. We're not talking weather, although I could probably put it on my green screen. We're not talking weather, we're talking movies. And if this was a weather pattern, I would say it was cloudy with a chance of meatballs. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.